Hello and welcome to another StageDesigner tutorial. In this tutorial we're going to see and talk about the layer manager, its concept, how to work with it, and some basic settings and default values that it has. To understand the layer manager, you can think of it as a mixer that we have available in the software. We have two mixers basically in StageDesigner. One of them is a track mixer, which means here, for example, I have two tracks available. I can mix these two, and inside of each of these tracks I have 8 layers available for different kind of media to mix them together. So that means if I would play a number of clips here, they would be mixed together, they would be sent to tracks, and I can have a number of other clips into my second track, and I would have now basically three videos, or three videos in my first track and one video in my second track, and they're going to be mixed together and I can send them to my render. So basically here is where my mixer is. If I want to delete any of these layers, I can just simply click on X here, or if I want to delete more of them, I can hold Control and click on X, and all of them are going to be deleted at the same time. Normally each of the clips by default are going to be sent to the active track and first free layer, which means, for example, this one, I can change these default values here. And if I don't, basically the clips are going to be played on the first available layer. The layers have a priority from top to bottom, which means if I would have multiple clips on top of each other, the clip which is on top of everything else is going to be only visible, and it's going to be in the output. I can change that, of course, by changing the render mode. If I change this, for example, from picture-in-picture to add, that means that my clip is going to be this clip mixed with the clip below it. And I have already changed the values from the other clips also, which means now all the other 4 are all basically clips are mixed together and visible in my output. I can also use this chain function here if I would need to, for example, change the values of all the clips at the same time. I can chain them together, and like this I can basically change any of these settings, and they will all be changed at the same time. As I said, I have here as default 8 layers available. I can change this value in setting, Windows, and miscellaneous. And if I go to the track tab here, on the second row I have the default values for the layer, and I can change the default number of layers in each track. I can go up to 16 for each track, which means if I have, for example, 4 tracks, I can have inside each of the 4 track 16 layer, and I can change the default number of visible layers, which means how many of these 16 am I going to be seeing here. If I would put 16, I'm not going to have this bar here, and they would be jammed together so that I can see all 16 of them at the same time. But I should notice here that there's an R written, which it means that if I want to change any of these, and if the software wants to be taking these changes, it needs a restart. So if I don't restart, I'm not going to see these changes. And basically these options that we have available for each of these layers are the same options we have here in preload. So if I change anything here in the layer manager, they're going to affect the clips themselves in preload. So they are the same option. I can change anything and do my adjustments here, and they're going to be saved on the preload. And that is basically how to understand and work and the concept of the layer manager. I hope you're enjoying using the software, and hope to see you in another tutorial.